Welcome to Overthinking Eurovision. I'm Matt Rather. Wolves have had a long history at Eurovision. We've had a guy keep time via wolf. We've had a guy pet a wolf naked. We've even had nautical wolves. But until now, we've never had competitors who were wolves from space. Thanks to Norway, we can check that one off our bucket list.
And before that wolf eats my grandma, give that wolf a banana, give that wolf.
This is Subwoolfer. Please note that this band is not Subwoolfer, which is an obscure Ben 10 character. This is Subwoolfer with 2 O's, Eurovision's most mysterious entry. Sorry, Circus Mercus, you're mysterious, but these guys are mysterious-er. Not only do they perform in masks, they've kept their identities entirely secret. Well, maybe that's not fair. They've actually told us a lot about themselves. For instance, their official biography states that the band first formed 4.5 billion years ago on their home planet, the Moon. But if you look at that statement carefully, you'll see an obvious inaccuracy about the Moon. A team of researchers from the German Aerospace Center concluded in 2020 that the Moon is probably only 4.425 billion years old. I think we have to consider the possibility that Subwoolfer is not being entirely truthful. There's a long history of bands that performed as costume characters. There's Gwar and their Eurovision doppelgangers Lordi. We'd count the Gorillaz in that category, and of course there's Daft Punk, who not only wore the robot masks, but claimed in interviews to actually have become robots. Does anyone else find it suspicious that Daft Punk announced its retirement in February 2021, and less than a year later Subwoolfer appeared? I'm just asking questions. So why the disguises? Well, first of all, it might just be a way to get people talking about the song. People like me, right now. To quote the disappointing but still extremely memeable Dark Knight Rises,
"No one cared who I was till I put on the mask."
Indeed, Eurovision junkies have been treating this like an international version of The Masked Singer. Early on, the smart money was on Ylvis, aka the What Does the Fox Say guys.
What does the fox say?
Ylvis is 2 Norwegian brothers who... Oh, geez, you're gonna make me say that? Okay, Vegard and Bard Ylvisaker. I don't understand why you need the tiny circle on top of the A like that. Although, while our producer was drunk one night, he wrote the following script in a series of text messages.
Looks like this is where I'm checking out, partner.
Don't talk like that. You're gonna make it. You promised W you'd take her on that cruise after your retirement papers went through.
Looks like I'm gonna have to break that promise, buddy. But I need you to promise me something.
Sure, man. Anything.
My son, Little O. Will you look out for him?
But what about W? Can't she raise him?
She's not a Val like you and me. Just let him ride around on your head. He'll be like your baby Yoda.
Guys, it goes on like that for 2 minutes. Anyway, Ylvis is only known in the United States for their billion-stream mega hit, but in Norway, they are apparently fairly successful. They even had a talk show from 2011 to 2016 called Tonight with Ylvis, which had a recurring segment called Can It Be Used as Water Skis? Very impressive, although technically I'd call that more of a wakeboard than water skis. So just to review, Ylvis is a duo, Norwegian, known for silly songs about animals, and, this is the most important one, the 2 songs sound suspiciously alike. Both wolf and fox share a similar structure. The verses have a strong melodic line in a minor key.
Bird goes tweet and mouse goes squeak. That hairy coat of yours with nothing underneath.
And then the choruses drop the melody for something almost entirely rhythmic.
And before that wolf eats my grandma, give that wolf a banana, give that wolf.
Interestingly, there's an earlier song that may be a template for both wolf and fox. It was the most successful novelty song of all time from back in 2012.
Hey, sexy lady.
Now, in this case, the verses were rapped and not sung, but pay attention to the pre-chorus. There's the melody, and then the chorus is light on singing, long on rhythm.
Gangnam Style.
We're not necessarily claiming that this particular structure is some kind of novelty song secret sauce, but we can't rule it out. Anyway, the case against Ylvis was looking strong. And then the Norwegian tabloid VG went bananas. They did some snooping around the H3 Arena at the same time that Subwoolfer was recording a performance inside. And VG found cars registered to singers Ben Adams and Gota Ormassen parked right outside. So back to the Google mobile, everyone! Gota Ormassen is most famous for being the runner-up in the first installment of Norwegian Idol way back in 2003. He's tried to get to Eurovision before, competing in Melodi Grand Prix in 2010 and 2013.
So goodbye. Get off the stage tonight.
Wait a second, dude. Are you dressed like Norwegian legend Alexander Rybak from his 2009 Eurovision win? No offense, man, but you are not Alexander Rybak. Alex is a buddy of ours. He commented on one of our videos, and we still celebrate the anniversary of that day. The other guy is Ben Adams, and his pretty face will be very familiar to our female UK viewers of a certain era. He was part of late 90s boy band A1.
And as I look into your eyes, I see an angel in disguise.
Ben was born in Ascot, which sounds like the most British place ever, but it's actually not so crazy to think that Ben Adams would compete for Norway. He's engaged to a Norwegian woman, and A1 even competed in Melodi Grand Prix back in 2010. Not only that, but Ben actually co-wrote one of the Melodi Grand Prix songs from this year, Titans. So if Ben is indeed half of Subwoolfer, he had 2 songs in the competition.
I'm playing both sides so that I always come out on top.
At first, we weren't sold on the idea that Ben is behind Subwoolfer because all his boy band and solo stuff is super sincere. Like, you can take the boy out of the boy band, but you can't take the boy band out of his heart. Girl.
Watch the stars, just me and you in our pajamas.
But then we watched some of the musical comedy he co-wrote, Eugenius, and we quickly realized that Ben Adams is a giant goofball.
You're doing the no pants dance.
It's completely possible that the person who wrote the No Pants Dance also wrote Give That Wolf a Banana. Of course, Ben Adams was asked about the rumor, and his denial was not super convincing.
This is amazing. Oh, why couldn't I have been in this band?
You know what that denial reminded us of?
He saved my life twice, and I've never even seen his face.
He is extremely cool.
I'm a fan. That was bloody brilliant.
So, who is Subwoolfer? We have no idea, but at least we got to watch some amazing 90s boy band music videos. Did he improve the shirt? Is the shirt supposed to be better somehow? Anyway, in part 2 of the video, we'll discuss what this song is actually about. COVID? Nuclear annihilation? Or maybe, just maybe, bananas? We'll see you next time. That janitor is probably going to get fired for losing his work shirt. His boss is not going to believe that a boy band magically transformed it and then escaped in dune buggies.